Certainly it's been a wonderful journey. Let's talk about that journey. Is that you started off at 3UL and as an announcer?
That's right.
And in sales, and obviously the announcing is what really appealed to you.
It did.
And I understand that you actually did a broadcast from your hometown in Dandenong.
I did that, yes. Actually, Ken Lloyd from Leongatha, who started off at 3UL, he was also doing sales as well as announcing, and he sold a session to people in Dandenong. And we used to go on the air, or they used to go on the air, I should say, from, I think it was 8:30 or 9 o'clock until 10, I think it was, and it was Dandenong on the air, where sponsors came on the air on the Monday night, talking about what they had, and inducing the people from Gippsland, when they came into the Dandenong market on Tuesday, to pop in and see them, you see. And so when I joined them, Ken was in the Air Force by that stage, and flying bombers over Europe, so he wasn't very interested in the Dandenong on the air. And I suggested to Mr. Kemp, seeing that I was a Dandenong born and bred, and went to school in Dandenong, and my parents and brothers were all there, and everyone knew us. Might be a good idea if I could go around and see if we could reconstruct the program. And he said, well, why not? Let's try it. Which I did, and well, we had the sponsors, we got enough sponsors, and we decided to run this Dandenong program again. And well, I was based up in Warragul, and obtained the services of Francie Marks. She was a singing teacher who taught my brother, who had a magnificent singing voice. And I suggested to Francie that maybe not only her pupils but other people she knew in the entertainment world would provide the material for broadcasting. I would handle the announcing and the technical work at the same time, and also get the sponsors. So my job was to go down in the morning on the train. I was too young to drive, so I'd catch the train from Warragul to Dandenong, get off the train at Dandenong. Couldn't afford a taxi, so I'd carry the gear, the amplifiers and microphone stands down to Judd's menswear store and leave it there. Then go around the town and see the various sponsors and see if they wanted anything changed in their copy. Then go up to Mother's place and get a free lunch, and then come back again and work out what we had to do that night. Francie would tell me who was going to come on the air. I'd see Mr. Judd and make certain that everything was organised. Then before we went on the air, I'd connect the wires up to the telephone extensions, do a test call up to Warragul, and everything was right. And then we'd start off the program, and that would run for an hour before we crossed back to the studio, so I was sort of technical. Wasn't bad for 17. Probably better technician than announcer. But anyway, we used to go through without a fault, but we started off, and I must tell you this, it's the most amazing thing, the first night. And my mother said, well, the piano down home, she said, it's not being used very often, why don't you take that down and leave it at Judd's menswear store? So that was fine, so we got everyone there, and a dance band that Francie had arranged from Frankston to come across to Dandenong and take part in the show, got there, and they were tuning up their instruments, and the poor fellow on the saxophone was having a terrible trouble. He couldn't get his sax to hit the right notes with the piano, and then we realised that the piano hadn't been tuned to concert pitch, so that was a bit awkward. And Kel Ryan from the Club Hotel, who was one of our sponsors, said, well, you can borrow my piano. We said, oh, all right, and luckily we got in there and got things organised a half an hour beforehand. So actually what eventuated was the people went up to the Club Hotel in Dandenong, got Kel Ryan's piano, wheeled it down the footpath in Lonsdale Street into Judd's store, and we were able to get on the air. And then afterwards we wheeled it all the way back. And that was one of the few little things which we never ever thought about, but next week we had a piano tuner from the Blind come up and tune it all, and from then on we went without any problems.